the age difference is key too. So if you're dating, if you have younger kids and you're dating someone with older kids, 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be able to work because you don't have as much flexibility as the other person. So if those kids are not within the same age range as you, it may pose like some difficulty. If somebody has like more than one child and you're trying to date them, it's a lot of responsibility, and it's going to take away from you guys being able to uh, have a great time. So if one person has a heavy load, the other person don't, then it's going to just kind of be offset. I advise people to be responsible where you plant your seed and try to make sure that you keep that family together because there's a benefit for the family and it's a benefit for those kids. But it, it's just one of those things. I mean, every situation is situational, right? And if you can make it work, then kudos to you. But that is a challenging task for anybody on both sides.
Hey, and Jr., you are absolutely right about if you have a kid, older kids, and you try to date someone with younger kids. Because I don't know if y'all experience this, but this happens with friends. Like, have you ever tried to, you know what I mean, plan things with friends that had babies for, and your kids are 15, 16, 17 years old, and they kids are only like, y'all the same age, but they had their kids a little later than you, and all their kids are toddlers. Shit, you barely can get them out the house. That's you, Marcus. You the one that can't get out the.
I think at the end of the
It's a
day,
hassle, man. You got to put all three of them kids in the car seat. You got to pack diapers. It's a whole routine. It take at least an hour to get everything ready to get them to go someplace. And then the nap, so they, man, yeah, no, that is different.
I mean, I think
I
everybody's
just
talking about actually getting past all of the layers, the common layers that most women show you. Like, it's already challenging enough to go into a woman's life that has kids and provide structure, especially if you are a man at a young age. Because I think if, for the most part, a lot of us who did date him, we was at a young age still trying to find structure in our own life, or maybe I would speak for myself, financial stability on my own, and then trying to date a single mom that just didn't, it was just a wreck. So I think the challenge is getting past that layer right there. And then you still have the original barrier of dating women, period, that they still are not excluded from. So now you got all the regular nuances like, okay, is she fit? Is she feminine, submissive, cooperative, and all this stuff? Does she have qualities that lead to relationship longevity? You still gotta go through that. So like, and that's what we be trying to tell women. You're adding layers whenever you come into to the table, or even to try to date when you have kids, because now once we get past that part, which is really going to be hard to see past that part until you actually get into the relationship and get into cohabitation. So it's like a gamble. It's like you need cerebral or whatever. What was
yeah,
Professor X using? It was cerebral. Like you need some shit like that to be able to
so
know
yeah.
that, hey, all these is gonna fall in line. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't. So it's really a gamble.
Yeah,
And I get what
I
Hink's
get
saying,
that.
man.
Now, kid.
I think Hink is
You need
speaking
to,
So
from.
you need to know this before you meet the kids, though. You should know all that shit before you meet the kids. If you don't
Of
know it
what?
before you meet
yeah,
the
true
kids,
that.
these
You should know
things you're
what?
talking
There's some women who will bring out their children on the first date. One of my homies told me that happened to him last week. The woman brought the kid the first date, and
Yep.
I think that's wild. That's wild.
Now,
Like,
I,
what are you doing? You're a poor mother at that point.
I'm not saying
That's
meeting the
terrible.
kids. I'm saying that
You shouldn't.
the chemistry between you,
I,
the
you
kids, and her, as
shouldn't.
far as meshing together in the household. You know what I'm saying? Like it. I don't. You can't see past that unless you go and actually go into the relationship and try to see. Because let's be honest, a woman with kids knows those are faults. I know they don't probably like to use the term because of sensitivity, but they're gonna have their best foot forward in the beginning of the stages of the relationship. So all of the truth and all of the real things about her, all of the nasty shit and the nuances is gonna unfold later on. It's gonna be a shocker. So now you got to try to like, okay, what kind of tolerance do I got for this? So like you can't see those things. You just gotta. And I think if she's beautiful enough, you could be blinded enough to where you kind of, some guys just, what they call it, simping. kind of just brush that off. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know if I can agree with you on that, Darwin. I really feel as if people, the more often that you deal with a person, I feel like you will eventually see what it is that they are that they don't put forward.
That's what I said.
Well,
It sounded like you said that you'll find out after everything has unraveled, and once you're in it, then that's when you'll start seeing that. Oh, okay, now this, she woo woo woo, or man, I don't like the where did this come from? Woo 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 type of deal. That's what it sounded like you were saying.
No, what I was saying was,
Let his ass cook.
meet the woman.
He got cooked.
When you first meet anybody, they're gonna try to impress you. You know,
Right.
impression is important. Hey,
Right.
look, I'm a good person. But these things may not be consistent throughout the entirety of the relationship. You get what I'm saying? It may
Yeah.
be just that. I want to call it phases. The beginning phase of a relationship is always sweet.
Honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you see what I'm saying. And I
do you
think,
feel-
But
yeah.
what I'm saying though, even during that honeymoon phase, you know what I'm saying, if you're really aware, taking away that she may be beautiful, she, you know what I'm saying, she got the golf 3000 double hand twist, the whole you did, you know what I'm saying, it's amazing. Even even if you know what I'm saying, are still able to be aware outside of that, whatever those, you know what I'm saying, red flags may be, or yellow flags, whatever the case may be, you're gonna see that still at some point, because you can't hold on to you can't create a facade, you know what I'm saying, consistently for so long. At some point something is gonna show and be like, oh, okay, I peeped that. You know what I'm saying? This is okay. I see this is how you handle this situation, or whatever
But
the
if we
case.
being honest as men, we could say that certain things that a woman can do or provide for you or bring to the table can compensate for some of the things that allow a man to kind of like, oh, okay, all right, I could tolerate that.
I mean,
You get what I'm saying? If she, like you just said, I think you said golf 3000 or something. Hey,
yeah,
look,
Yeah, Gawk 3000 double hand
you
twist.
spending too
to
much
be
money, like
exact.
kind of slack off on the groceries. But she giving you head, like, okay, all right, cool. We'll talk about it later. You know what I'm saying? You just push shit off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying,
I
but
think if we're gonna be human beings and be honest, we could say that we kind of do that.
yeah,
No,
no,
you know
I
what that
agree
is?
with you. I only use that because I understand that, to your point, we'll sometimes use that as compensation, for whatever it is that we, are not a fan of. But I feel like that's even with dating anyone, and I know that you're married. I'm sure that there's something that you may not agree with that your wife does, but it's like, okay, this is another person, and I accept it because this is a part of her.